So, next topic is limitations of control. There are seven limitations that we are going to study. The first one is costly implementation. See, we can say that implementation control measures, for example, setting up the system for monitoring, reporting, and then the analysis, it could be expensive because it requires investment in technology, in trainings, and even in the resources also. So small organizations with limited budgets, they may find it challenging to to afford the comprehensive control system, or which could impact their ability to effectively monitor the performance and make the timely adjustments. Next limitation is resistance from employees. Okay, so employees may resist the control measures if they perceive them as a intrusive or even a threat to the autonomy. Means, for example, if strict monitoring of the employees activity, it could lead to the resentment, and it could decrease the morale of the employees, because resistance can undermine the the effectiveness of control process, as the employees may find ways to undermine the system or to reduce its reliability. So the next is time consuming process. So monitoring and controlling these activities, they require time and effort from managers and the employees. It involves collection of data, it involves analyzing the performance matrices, and then after analyzing, taking the corrective actions. Because in fast phased environment, we can say that managers, they may find it challenging to to dedicate the sufficient time to effective control, potentially resulting in delayed responses to deviations or issues, right? So the fourth limitation is inflexibility. Control systems are often designed based on the existing plans and standards, right? So however, in a dynamic environment where conditions keeps on changing rapidly, these plans, they may not become outdated quickly, right? So control systems that are too rigid or are inflexible, they may struggle to adapt to new circumstances or unexpected events, which will limit the effectiveness in guiding the organization towards its goal. So the next limitation is focus on quantifiable aspects, which mean that many control systems, they emphasize quantifiably measures such as financial matrices or even the production targets. Means, while these measures are important, they may not capture the full range of factors that contributes to the organizational success, such as employee creativity, innovation, or even the customer satisfaction. So emphasizes on quantifiable aspects, it can lead to neglect of qualitative factors that are also crucial for long term performance. Next is risk of over control or under control, which means that finding the right balance is very crucial under control, because over control, where too many rules and regulations, it will create a barrier in the creativity. It can inhibit the organization agility and innovation. On the other hand, the under control means where insufficient monitoring is there and not oversight occurs. So it can lead to the inefficiencies, it can lead to errors or even the missed opportunities. Because achieving the optimal control requires careful consideration of organizational culture, context, and goals. Right. So the last is complexity of measurement. So some aspects of organizational performance, such as employee satisfaction or organizational culture, they are very challenging to measure the objectivity, right? So means control system, they may struggle to capture these complex or intangible factors accurately, which will limit the ability of managers to assess the holistic performance and to make the informed decisions. So we can say that understanding all these limitations, it will help the managers to to implement the measures more effectively by anticipating the challenges, by addressing the concerns, and by designing the control system that are adaptive, that are balanced, and are aligned with the organizational goals. Now we have productivity problems, right? And after that, we are going to study the measures of the product, right? So there are certain productive problems. So productive problems and their measures, these both emphasize on each aspect of the control. For example, inefficient processes, right? Which means that inefficient processes occur when workflows are not streamlined or they are not properly optimized. Means it leads to the unnecessary delays, reluctancies, or even the bottlenecks, right? So the inefficiencies, they it leads to wastage of time, resources, and also the efforts. For example, manufacturing company, it might assemble the line with a complex layout that causes the frequent material handling delays, right? Or even a service delivery process, right? So with multiple approval stages, it will slower down the consumer response times. Next is poor resource utilization, which means that this problem arises, when resources such as labor, machinery, or materials, they are not utilized efficiently to maximize the output, which means that it can result from underutilized equipment or inefficient allocations of workforce to even the inadequate inventory management. Means machines operating at below capacity due to lack of maintenance or scheduling of employees, spending excessive time on non-core tasks instead of focusing on the value added activities. Next is low employee morale and engagement. Now these are the levels among the employees that can lead to to reduce productivity and to lower overall output. Means when employees feel disengaged or unmotivated or non-motivated, we can say, they may lack the enthusiasm in performing their roles effectively. So employees showing signs of disinterest, absenteeism, or reduced collaboration within their teams due to unclear goals or lack of recognition for their contribution. Next is skill gaps in training needs, which means that inefficient training or outdated skills can hinder the employees from performing tasks efficiently, impacting the higher productivity. So continuous learning and development are very crucial to to keep pace with the evolving job requirements and the technologies. So new software implementation without adequate training for users, it leads to the slower adoption rates and errors, or changes in the industry regulations requiring updated trainings for the compliance. Next is equipment downtime, which means that downtime, or we can call it maintenance issues. It can disrupt the production schedules, which causes the downtime and delays in delivering the goods or services. Regular maintenance and timely repairs, these are essential to minimize the operational disruptions. So production lines halting due to the unexpected machines, its breakdowns, or delay in the receiving the replacement part, or which will obviously affect the production targets and the customer orders. Next problem is quality issues, which means that poor quality of products or service delivered, it often requires rework, it requires corrections, or even the customer complaints, which can consume the additional time, resources, and damage reputation, right? So quality control measures, they are very essential to meet the customer expectations and prevent the rework, because for example, we can say products failing quality inspections leading to rework or refunds, or even the customer dissatisfaction or services, it requires an additional time and resources to rectify and meet the quality standards, and also lot of cost is incurred in this whole process. Last problem is ineffective management practices. Now we can say that leadership plays a critical role in fostering a productive work environment, because inefficient or ineffective management practices such as poor communication, lack of clear goals, or inadequate delegation of responsibilities, it can sometimes lead to confusion, it can lead to inefficiencies, or even the reduced productivity. So unclear role expectations among team members, it can cause duplication of efforts, it will lead to frequent changes in the project priorities, it can lead to frequent changes in project priorities without without clear communication, which will cause the delays, or which will lead to the mismanagement, shifting among the initiatives and the creativity. So these were the problems of productivity, right? So there are certain measures for these productivity problems. The first is output per output per input, which is also known as productivity ratio, right? So this method, under this method, it compares the amount of output produced, example units manufactured or services delivered, with the inputs used. Inputs could be labors, raw material, right? So it provides a ratio indicating how efficiently inputs are being transformed into the output. So calculating units produced per labor hour in manufacturing, or revenue generated per sales representative in sales team, or patient care hours per healthcare staff member in medical facilities. These are certain examples, or these are the areas where this is applicable. Next is labor productivity. It means it measures the output per unit of labor input with output produced per hour. Means it helps to assess the workforce efficiency, the utilization and the labor cost. Now where this is applicable, it's applicable where, when evaluating the sales per employee in retail, or even when units assembled per hour in manufacturing, or billable hours per consultant in professional services. Next is capital productivity, which means that it evaluates the output per unit of capital investment, right? So it assesses the effectiveness of capital expenditures and the resources allocations, right? So applicability is assessing, the revenue generated per factory equipment investment in manufacturing, or where return on investment per software upgrade investment in IT services, right? So the fourth is top total factor productivity. It is output relative to all the inputs used in the production, because it provides a comprehensive view of overall efficiency and productivity growth, right? So the last one is benchmarking, which means it refers to comparing the productivity matrices with the industry standards or the competitors, and it helps to identify the performance gaps and opportunities for the improvement. It allows organizations to adopt the best practices and enhance the competitiveness. Now, the next topic is quality. So, under quality, we are going to study its importance, its components, methods and techniques of quality control, benefits of implementing quality control, role of controlling in QM, and quality control processes. Then after that, we're going to study cost control. This is quality control. Next topic would be cost control, which means later we'll study this. Cost control, its importance, factors, cost control methods, and its process. So, we start with the quality concept in controlling. So, in the context of controlling, quality refers to the efforts made to ensure that everything a company produces or provides meets or surpasses what customers expect and industry standards dictate. Quality here simply means that the products, or whatever the company is manufacturing, or the service, whatever it is delivering, it is as per the needs of the customers, or it is as per the current trends in the market. Because and also it includes the close monitoring and managing the quality at each step, making a product or a service, very excellent way to ensure that the desired outputs are achieved, right? Quality is all about reaching and maintaining high standards of excellence in what a company offers, be it a product or service, whether it's a product you can touch or a service that you experience. So these standards cover several qualities. Means whatever the product or the service the company is working on to, it should cover the following standard. It should be reliable, it should be durable, performance should be good, and the customer satisfaction should be available from that. Reliability means that the product or service, it consistently performs as expected under the normal conditions. For example, a reliable car starts every time and runs smoothly. Next is durability. Durability means how long the product lasts, or how well the service hold over time, right? A durable product doesn't break easily, and a durable service remains effective for a long period of time. Now next is performance. Performance means this aspect, it focuses on how well the product or the service, it accomplishes its intended purpose, right? For instance, a high performance laptop processes task quickly and efficiently. The last standard is customer satisfaction. Ultimately, quality should lead to the customers feeling happy and satisfied with their purchase or their experience. Means this satisfaction comes from meeting their needs and expectations, reliable, durable, and effective. So, in a conclusion, we can say that in controlling, it ensures the quality, means making sure that the product, services, or the processes, and all the activities within the organization, they are consistently meeting or even exceeding the high standards which are being set up by the organization. It involves the careful monitoring throughout the production or service delivery to maintain the reliability, to maintain its durability, performance, and its customer satisfaction, of course, right? So this commitment to quality helps the businesses to, to build their trust with their customers, to stay competitive in the market, and to continuously improve their offerings over time. Next topic is importance of quality in controlling. So the first importance is customer loyalty. So high quality products and services build trust and loyalty among customers, right? So when customers have positive experience with reliable and durable products, so they are more likely to remain loyal to the brand and to recommend it to the others, right? So this reduces the customer uh, it reduces the customers going on another product, and also it increases the lifetime of the customer value. Next is brand differentiation, which means that quality serves as a key differentiator in a competitive market. Businesses that consistently deliver the superior quality, they stand out from the competitors who may offer the products or the services. So this differentiation, it helps to attract the new customers and to retain the existing ones by, by emphasizing reliability and the satisfaction. So the next is risk management. Quality control, it plays a critical role in risk management, by identifying and by addressing the potential quality issues early in the market, or we can say by early in the production or the service delivery process. Businesses, they can reduce the likelihood of product recalls, of legal liabilities, and even the reputational damage that might occur, right? So this proactive approach, it minimizes the financial as well as the operational risk. Next is operational excellence, which means that effective quality management, it enhances the overall effective efficiency or effectiveness by streamlining the processes and reducing the waste. So quality control measures such as lean manufacturing principles of or Six Sigma methodologies, they optimize the resources very carefully, they improve the productivity, and also they help to lower down the production cost. So this efficiency, it contributes to the overall profitability and the sustainability. Next importance is employee morale and engagement. A commitment to quality fosters a very positive work environment where employees, they feel valued and also motivated, right? So when employees, they understand their roles in maintaining the quality standards, and they see the impact of their contributions on customer satisfaction, they are more engaged in their work. So this engagement, it leads to higher productivity, it reduces the turnover rates, and also it creates a culture of continuous improvement. Next importance is market expansion and global reach, which means that consistent quality, it ensures that businesses are expanding into the new market and are completely international. Right, so meeting the international quality standards and certification, it will always enhance the credibility, and even it will also facilitate the market entry in the diverse regions. It also supports the partnership with global suppliers, and it also enhances the supply chain resilience. So the next is customer experience management. So quality focused organizations, they prioritize enhancing the overall customer experience, by delivering the products and the services that consistently meet or exceeds the expectations. Businesses can, they can provide the interactions and build long term relationships with customers. So this customer centric approach, it leads to the increased customer retention, or higher satisfaction scores, and even the positive word of mouth referrals by people or by employees, right? Next importance is sustainable initiatives. Quality management includes considerations for environmental sustainability and also the social responsibility. So, by producing the high quality products, that they are durable, they are energy efficient, and they are environmentally friendly, businesses can contribute to the sustainable practices. Now, which enhances the corporate reputation and meets the growing demand for eco-friendly solutions among the environmentally conscious customers. Next is regulatory compliance. which means that meeting the quality standards and the regulatory requirement, it is very essential for legal compliances and market access. So quality control ensures that product adheres to the safety, to the health and even the environmental regulations, which will help to protect both the consumers and the business from the potential fines or the sanctions. Last importance is continuous improvement and innovations, which means that quality control, it always promotes, or we can say it fosters a culture of continuous improvement and innovations in the organization, right? So by monitoring the performance matrices, by analyzing the customer feedback, or by benchmarking against the industry best practices, businesses can easily, they can identify the opportunities for innovation and also for the product enhancement. So this proactive approach, it drives the product innovation or market leadership and the future growth opportunities. Next is components of quality control. So the first is quality planning. Okay, so quality planning, it involves setting the quality objectives and defining the processes and resources required to achieve them. It starts with understanding the customer needs and expectations, translating them into the measurable quality criteria, and establishing the guidelines for achieving the consistent quality, right? So this includes identifying the quality standards, creating quality assurance procedures, and even developing the quality control checkpoints throughout the production or the service life cycle. For example, a manufacturing company determines product specifications, right, based on customer requirement or industry standards, or outlining the products production methods, their material, and even the quality inspection criteria. So the next component is quality assurance. Quality assurance, we can also abbreviate it with QA. So QA focuses on implementing the systems or the processes and even the guidelines to ensure that the products or the services, they meet quality requirements. It aims to prevent the defects rather than detecting them, or even detecting them after the production, right? So QA activities, they include the implementation standardized procedures, which conducted for the audits and for the inspections, for training the personnel on quality standards and ensuring the compliance with the regulatory requirement. Next is quality control. We can call it QC also, right? So QC involves monitoring and and evaluating the production process or the service delivery to identify the defects or deviations from quality standards if there is any, right? So it aims to detect, to correct, and also to prevent the defects, to ensure that the consistent products or services quality is being maintained. QC activities, they include product inspection, they include testing the samples for conformity of the specializations, to analyze the production data for trends, and implementing the corrective actions to to address the quality issues. Next is quality improvement. Now, quality improvement, it focuses on continuous enhancing the processes or the products or even the services to achieve the higher level of quality and the customer satisfaction. It involves identifying the opportunities for improvement, for implementing the corrective actions, and measuring the effectiveness of quality initiatives. This includes conducting root cause analysis of the quality issues, means uh, implementing the corrective and preventive actions, right? So which includes collecting and analyzing the feedback from the customers and even the stakeholders, and benchmarking against the industry best practices. Next is quality management tools, which means that these are the techniques, or we can say these are the methodologies that used to support the quality control and improvement efforts. So these tools, these help to analyze the data, to identify the trends, and to make the informed decisions to enhance the quality. So statistical process control, or we can say SPC, or there is Six Sigma methodology, there is Pareto analysis, there is fishbone diagram, there are control charts, there are quality function development. These are all the examples of quality management tools which are used to monitor the process variability, to prioritize the improvement efforts, and to ensure that the alignment is there with the customer requirement. So the last component is training and education. Training and education programs, they ensure that employees understand the quality standards, the procedures, and their role in maintaining and improving the quality. We can say that well trained employees are very essential for effective quality control and continuous improvement. So providing initial and ongoing trainings on quality processes, or providing or conducting the workshop on quality tools and techniques, or we can say promoting a culture of quality awareness and accountability within the organization, right? So example would be a food processing company, which trains the production line workers on hygiene standards, on product handling procedures, and even the quality inspection protocols to ensure the compliance of with food safety regulations and to maintain the product integrity. Next topic is methods and techniques for quality control.